And garage apps. I know we're just plowing through, but that's just the kind of the way we roll around here. Garage apps. So I wrote up a premium article for Thurrott.com, and I'm going to talk about it now. So if you're not a premium user, you'll get a little bit of insight about what the article says. But so one of the things I did last week was I went into Microsoft's Garage. And the Garage, for those who are not familiar, is the internal Microsoft incubator for applications, hardware. Basically, if you have an idea and it's not related to your primary, like let's say you work on Excel and you want to go build an app that forecasts the weather, what you can do is you can apply to the Garage to help get them to help you actually build that application. So what the Garage is it's a startup within inside of the company. And I got to go walk through it, and they have this nice big center where they've got laser cutters that allow you to do things like this, like etch your name on glass. They've got 3D printers, they've got CNC machines, they've got welding, they've got soldering, they've got any type of thing you could ever need to create something in the physical world available to employees. But they've also got the software and services and knowledge base on the backside. So every time a Garage app comes out, two things will happen. I download it, and somebody will complain that it's not on their platform, because a lot of the Garage apps don't make their way to Windows, or they're only on iOS, or they're only on Windows, or they're only on Android, and people complain. And so I wanted to figure out why. Why does this happen? And so because of the way the Garage works, it's all about solving scenarios and getting something to market. And so because they're small teams, they don't have the ability or capability to build apps on every platform. Specifically, if they're building an app that they are targeting a female demographic, you're targeting a female demographic and they want to gather some data about a process. They told me, they said, hey, look, we build for an iPhone only. There's no reason to build for an Android. You're not going to get the demographic that you want. Same with Windows Phone. You're not going to get the female demographic that you want. And so that's what they do, is they set a scope and a demographic, and they say, how do we reach this to accomplish the goal? And if it's a wide ranging applications, then they build it for everything. Man, I'm losing my voice a little bit. But if it's for a specific product or demographic or scope or whatever, then they just target that, they get it out in the market, they get the information. And hey, if the information comes back and they say, hey, this is a hit, then they will build it out for everything. And to get your app into the Garage, it's not like you just walk up and just start doing it and they'll ship it under the Garage. What you do is you actually apply to this company, or the company group called the Launchpad. And that Launchpad will then evaluate your idea. And if they're like, hey, there's something to this, then they will pass it on, and then it'll get approved. And then they will help you build out a marketing plan, a milestone strategy, a knowledge-based strategy, basically everything else you would get in a standard product launch. They help you do and then ship it. And so it's a really cool thing inside of Microsoft, but that's hopefully the reason, and hopefully that I purvey that correctly. That's why they're not always on every single platform. And so that did make a lot of sense to me, although it still doesn't make it any easier when they release a really cool app that's not on your device or platform of choice. But that's what's going on.